Sonic 06, the game that everyone hates, the game that everyone thinks destroyed humanity. Here's a mashup of what everybody thinks of this game from meme perspective.
No, 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 hell no, no.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Yeah, that's basically everyone's reaction. But there's still one question that's often asked about the game. Is Sonic 06 canon? In today's video, I'm going to narrow down a theory. What I'm going to talk about is why people consider Sonic 06 to be canon, whilst others consider it to not be canon. This isn't going to be financially correct. It's not going to be like, oh yeah, these are my points. Yeah, this game's canon, this game's not canon, blah, blah, blah. This is just what I think and why people think it. So yeah, this is how it's going to work out. At the start, I'm going to talk about why people don't consider this game canon. And then the next part will be, well, I'll say, not necessarily the next part because it's going to be one video, lol. The next little bit will be talking about why people do consider it canon. So, without further ado, let's get into this. Now, the first point why people consider Sonic 06 to not be canon is the controversial ending. This is the whole reason why people go mad, saying that Sonic 06 isn't canon. So, why do people think this? The reason people think this is because during the end of Sonic 06, after the final climax, Princess Elise blows out the flames of hope, which is where she admits that if she does this, she and Sonic will never have met each other again. Sorry, can't speak today, lol. So this is one of the key arguments why people don't consider this game canon. And let's listen to what Elise says after this as well.
If we put out this flame, Solaris will never exist. And then we'll never have to worry about the flames of disaster, right?
The flames of disaster!
Alright, I'm sorry, I had to do that. Alright, seriously now, I'll carry on.
But our encounter... You and I will never meet. It will never have happened. It will never have happened.
It will never have happened. That's what Elise says before blowing out the flame of hope. But during the very end scene, Elise says something else, which could be a clue to Sonic 06 being canon.
Miss Elise, it felt like someone was calling me. I'm sure it's just the wind. Of course. But it felt so familiar somehow.
It felt so familiar somehow. This is a bit of evidence that could prove that Sonic 06 actually is canon. This part actually comes under a maybe score. But the next part I want to talk about is about a certain character regarding if this game's canon or not. More leaning towards non-canon. This character being Blaze the Cat. Now Blaze is an interesting case in Sonic 06, as to be honest, she seems to be a very retcon character in the game. Because as we all know, in the canon timeline, she's a princess from the Soul Dimension. But in Sonic 06, she appears alongside Silver in Crisis City, fighting off against Iblis. There's also two pieces of evidence proving that Sonic 06 isn't canon due to Blaze's retcon. The first bit is during the beginning of Silver's story, where Mephiles appears. And listen to what Blaze says in the presence of Mephiles.
I see it! So that blue hedgehog's the Iblis trigger?
Blue hedgehog.
Blaze says blue hedgehog, which, as we know, is Sonic. But she says it in a way that's a very interested tone, proving that she does not know who Sonic is. So, this is a point towards Sonic 06 not being canon, And there's another point as well, which is the ending of Silver's story.
Don't worry. My soul is already alit with flames. I will be accepted. Come on, make it quick. Use your chaos control to stop time, then seal us into a different dimension.
No! I can't do that to you!
Didn't we already go through this? We agreed to save the world at any price!
I can't! I wouldn't know what to do without you! You fought alongside me to save the world! You're my friend, right?
You're still so naive. But I've always liked that about you.
Flames!
Good luck, Silver!
By the way, in the video, sorry about the random screenshot, that was just me screenshotting this image. But Blaze died at the end of Silver's story. So this proves that Sonic 06 isn't canon in that regard, because Blaze appears in other Sonic games that she has a vital role in. So those are my points as to why Sonic 06 is considered non-canon by fans. Now in this part of the video, this will be talking about points that Sonic 06 could be canon. The first point I want to make is how Mephiles appears in Sonic X Shadow Generations. Mephiles is the main villain of Sonic 06, and him appearing in a game that isn't Sonic 06 could be a hint as to the game being canon. He actually says quite a few lines in the boss fight, especially one specific one. I owe much to you, Shadow. This proves that Mephiles remembers the events of Sonic 06. So this is a point score for Sonic 06 could possibly be in canon, and a major one at that.
I owe much to you, what you're talking about, but I will crush you all the same.
The final part of this video, we'll be talking about Silver in Crisis City and also Sonic Generations, which are all together. The Time Eater in the main game opens up many portals to different worlds, and Crisis City is one of them, and Silver battles Sonic there, more as a rival battle, but just to make sure that actually was Sonic. But because Crisis City does appear in the game, this confirms that Sonic 06 has high chances of being canon. So to summarise, is Sonic 06 canon or non-canon? The answer is, I don't know. There's possibilities that it is and possibilities that there isn't, especially with retcons and clues. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think Sonic 06 is canon or non-canon? Let me know in the comments, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Until then, peace out everybody.